And so now I'm like, okay, I'm really not where I need to be at because I'm letting too much slide. I'm letting too much get by. I'm letting too many people get by. And watch this. I start looking foolish because I really should have handled that man a different way. I really should have handled that woman a different way. But because the characteristics of Christ is mixed up or confused in the way, because even Jesus, when it came down to it, he came to the temple and he's seen exchanges, he's seen money changers, he's seen them selling doves, he's seen them selling pigeons, he's seen them having all of this going on outside of the temple. And even he, at that time, he looks and he says, my house shall be called a house of prayer. And the Bible says that he took a whip out and he began to turn over tables and run people out of the house of God. So even Jesus, being Christ, had a very confrontational spirit. He would confront the Pharisees. He would confront the Sadducees. He didn't have to confront the Essenes. They're really not spoken of in the Bible like that. But anybody who he had to confront, he would confront them, and he wasn't worried about. So I even look back, because I said, okay, when I was in the street, I was confront. No, I wasn't. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I got so pissed off at myself because even I noticed when I went back. See, one thing about you, when you get saved, your spirit changes, but a lot about you doesn't change. It takes some of those places, it takes deliverance to change you, and some of those places, it takes for God to give you another heart or to give you revelation or enlightenment to who you were. So when I went and I looked back when I was in the street, I was like, I'm really confrontational. Why? I'm doing it. I'm out here doing this. I'm doing that. You know, I'm like this. I'm like that. What I was I was violent when something happened. But I really never confronted stuff. So when I really start looking back, I start noticing a lot of people who I call friends, they was using me. A lot of people who I was calling friends, they was using me. There was a lot of when I start looking back, when you really start looking at yourself and stop looking at other people. When I started looking back, I had people that I called friends that were in my house. I had that I could tell by what was going on. There was conversations happening around me. There was things happening around me. And you know what? And I'm just sitting there and because now they know, because watch this. This is how some of you know that you got to be confronted in a different way. Now they knew I would go off. Now they knew I can turn on a dime, but they also knew my temperament and they know what make you turn on a dime. People know you. So what they'll do is they'll start handling you a different way. And in this season, I don't know about and this ain't me talking about God. I'm not telling you God said nothing. I'm saying in this season, some of you that have not been confrontational